G'day guys, how you going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean, and as some of you know already, I've actually been over the last month or two with my partner, moving from our old house, which is a couple kilometers away, to our new place. And I think today is the day that I'm ready to share with you how this space looks, as well as talk about some of the new hardware that's going to be reviewed on the channel. So the room that we're currently standing in is the main bedroom with the ensuite, and the reason why we've chosen this room to be our office / YouTube studio and streaming room is just that it's a bigger room with a lot more natural light, and it gives us a bit more flexibility with what kind of content we want to make in this space. So now that things are set up in a way that I'm now ready to start making videos again, just want to talk quickly about what you're going to be seeing on the channel over the next 3 or 4 weeks. We've got some security products coming out that are going to be pretty cool. We've got some awesome RGB lighting as always. We've also got some new budget keyboards, budget mechanical keyboards. I know you guys have been really enjoying that kind of content. And then we've also got some other computer products from Deepcool. So there is a really good assortment of content that I'm excited to test and review over the next month, which you guys are going to be seeing hopefully soon. As well as that, we've got some awesome new audio products from Thronmax, which I'm going to show you quickly behind me, give you a little sneak peek, as that's probably going to be the first content to come out on the channel. So now that you know where I've been and what's coming out soon, what I'm going to do is actually take the camera and give you a bit of a room tour so you can get, I guess, an idea of the actual space that we're standing in. Alright guys, so let's enter the main bedroom / office / YouTube studio / game streaming studio, pretty much an everything room, an activities room. But this is going to be a bit of a behind the scenes on what setup we have currently got going on here, as well as some of the equipment that we're currently using. This is definitely not a $1 million setup, and a lot of the stuff here, like the light boxes, the desks, the equipment for the microphones and the PC, was either equipment that was purchased off eBay, stuff that was donated to me, or stuff that I actually purchased by selling other equipment. So just take that into consideration. We're not made of money. This is stuff that we've accumulated over a long time to sort of get us to the point where we can make videos that hopefully look pretty good. Now, if it also sounds like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm also operating the gimbal here, which is quite heavy, and trying to get everything in the frame. Now, for lighting, we've been using these, lights from eBay that cost about $120 to $130 for probably a couple years now, and they've actually done a really good job. They come with the legs and do a pretty good job of just, lighting up the space, lighting up my face to actually try and, make sure that everything is nice and lit. But one thing that's pretty cool is we've got this little nook here in the wall, which hopefully you can see on camera. And what we plan to do is run some RGB lighting along this entire framed edge and be able to control that, with your mobile phone. And we'll have a pretty awesome RGB effect, hopefully on this white wall here on the back, which, if you can tell from the width, is probably about 4 meters in width and probably about 3 meters high from floor to ceiling. I think will actually look pretty cool. For everything else, it's pretty much unchanged from the old place. So we've got my partner's chair with her 5K iMac. We've got my gaming chair, the Artist gaming chair, my PC on top of some IKEA bench shelves for stationery and cables and things like that. And then we've got the IKEA Bacant desk, which is I think 1.6 meters wide, which is an electronic sit stand desk, which has been my main desk for, using it for building computers on and streaming on, and it really acts like a multi-purpose workspace. So everything here is pretty much unchanged except for some of the accessories and components. So what I'll do now is I'll lower the desk so that way we can get a better look at everything. So now that the desk is actually at a normal height, you can get a bit more of an idea of the, height ratio between the desk and the lamps here on the side. But if we point all the way up to the ceiling, you can see there's probably, I think, at least another meter and a half. So we had some artwork before behind those monitors, and I think what we'll probably do is put some art here again, and once we add that lighting with the artwork, I think it's going to be a pretty cool backdrop for filming some videos. Now, some other new hardware and additions that we've got here is we've now got an upgraded Thronmax boom arm. So this is going to be something that's going to be reviewed and tested on the channel, as well as this awesome new XLR microphone from Thronmax on a shock mount. So we've got some really, really good quality audio now. We were using this Thronmax M01 Pro, but we're actually going to be upgrading to the XLR version for all the other live streams and tutorials that we do on the channel. As well as an upgrade for the microphone, we've also got here an upgrade on the headset. So we've also got a, let me just spin this around, a Thronmax headset here, which is actually something that they wanted me to test, try and get that in focus. There we go, so Thronmax headset, Thronmax microphone. And then down the bottom here is that same keyboard that I've been using for ages now from Blitzwolf. There's actually a review on this keyboard on the channel already. If you want to see an awesome, cheap mechanical keyboard, you can go over and check that out. But we've also got here a Focusrite, I guess, input slash mixer for the XLR microphone and the headphones. So that's actually giving us awesome, awesome audio quality, gives us phantom power to run the microphone, and just a little bit more control and refinement for the live streams. So from the Focusrite input, we've actually got here now a new little tripod, monopod from Newer. This is where my camera is going to be mounted for the live streams, and it just stays on a permanent angle. As you guys knew that in the past I was using the gimbal on top of the case here, but now we've actually got a cool monopod, and I've tried to sort of cable manage everything as good as I can. The computer pretty much remains unchanged at the moment. We're still running the Deepcool MA Cube 310p, but we're going to be repositioning this little webcam into another position that I haven't yet figured out yet. But there's actually a Thronmax webcam that I also might be replacing the current one with, so we'll just have to see. But overall, this whole part hasn't really changed other than the microphone, the boom stand, the input, and the little monopod. Everything else is pretty much unchanged. Now the computer case, the Deepcool 310p, it's been a great case. It's nice and compact, looks very clean, but I'm actually going to be changing that out for their new CL500. I currently have that sitting in one of the other cupboards in the place at the moment. So soon we're going to be ripping this apart and putting it all into a new case. So hopefully you guys can see that on the live streams. But then in this little, I guess, shelving, cabinets, drawers, I don't know what the proper name is. It's a shelf and it's got drawers, I don't know. But we've got some little drawers here, which is, you know, all of the other tech that we've got. So we've got a bunch of different tubs for USB adapters and headphones and, you know, notebooks, and what else we've got here, pens. And then I think the one below it has even more. So we've got controllers and mice and batteries and a bunch of other different things. And then this one at the top, we've got more tubs here. So adapters, you know, all of our different adapters, cables, hard drives, and more pens. So we've got plenty of tech in here. We've also got even more tech in that cupboard as well. So overall, things are looking pretty good. And if we spin it around and you come over on this side of the room, if you look over in the back here, you can see, you know, we've got a little power strip and a tripod for charging the batteries and everything else. So this room is pretty open and uncluttered, and I don't have the camera anymore. This room is pretty clean and uncluttered, and that was one of the main objectives, is to still give this room a sense of space, that you can have 2 or 3 or 4 people in here on their own chairs, all collaborating, and it not feel like you're, you know, running into each other or potentially tripping over tripods and cables. So I think we've done a pretty good job to create this space to be a multi-function workspace, gaming and streaming space, and also a space to create content for the channel. Now, if you want to know more about any of the products that I've got in this particular space, I'll leave links to everything that I can down in the description. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video and you want to be, I guess, part of the channel and part of the growth for 2020 and beyond, then get subscribed. Like this video if you did. If you didn't like it, that's fine. Give it a dislike. I love all of you, and thanks for being patient with me while I get this space back up to a standard where I can start making content, some exciting content, and continue to grow for the future. So thanks again, guys, for being along this journey with me, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Cheers.